Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I hope she's well advised. Honorable Speaker, let me first say the Honorable Member for Mavoko had started very well, but has finished in a very unfortunate manner by attempting to disparage members of parliament who represent their people on the basis of their ethnicity, that those who are from Ukambani. It's rather unfortunate, and we should not make this adjournment motion to be an issue to do with ethnicity or indeed political affiliation. And that is why I'm here, to debate on the adjournment motion. Honorable Speaker, I have listened keenly to what the two leaders, the leader of minority and the deputy, were saying, and I was listening to them from my office. And I'm rather perturbed, Honorable Speaker, that senior leaders like the leader of minority can say that they do not care whether or not there was a court order, that you do not care who owned the land, you do not care who bought the land first ahead of who. And he speaks about atrocities. Yet we have seen our colleagues in the minority, especially those who come from the ODM party, want to fashion ODM as a party that stands at the forefront of the fight against corruption. How then would you not care when public land is being grabbed? If there are people who are visiting atrocities on the people of Mavoko and anywhere else, it is land grabbers who are grabbing public land with impunity. Honorable Speaker, we must also bring to question the role of government officers in land grabbing. When land was being grabbed from Portland Cement, because there is no question as to who owns the land. The land is owned by the East African Portland Cement Company. And even the Honorable Robert Mbui knows that. He also knows that there are leaders, current leaders and former leaders in the region, including former members of parliament, former county council chairmen, former councillors who grabbed this land and have sold the land to innocent buyers, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, it is one thing to come and pontificate here and in political rallies and funerals on the fight against corruption, then come to this house and seek to defend corruption and land grabbing. If there is anybody visiting atrocities to the people of Mavoko, it is the leadership within Machakos County that has perpetuated the grabbing of public land, and a county government that continues to approve buildings on land that they know is not owned by the people who are seeking approval. How did they build houses that are approved by the county government of Machakos without requisite ownership documents, including a title deed? Those are the people who have visited atrocities on the people of Machakos and Mavoko. The governor Machakos County, former chairman of county councils in Mavoko, like the member for Mavoko, who is a former chairman of the county council, must be held to account. They must tell the people of Kenya how and when was this land grabbed, what were their roles, because you cannot hide behind politics, as I have seen the Honorable Robert Mbui attempting to do in raising issues about where people are being evicted. Robert Mbui were with you in this house when the Uhuru Kenyatta government evicted people from Mathare on the Siwa.
The majority leader will have 2 additional minutes to conclude.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I was saying the Honorable Robert Mbui sat with me in this house just like the Honorable Pio Andai and the member for Mavoko sat with me in this house in the last regime, under the handshake regime, when in the midst of the COVID pandemic, you mobilized tractors on a cold, rainy night to demolish houses for the people in Mathare and Ruaraka. And you never condemned, you are cheering I do not stand here today to cheer the demolition of houses. I stand here today to tell you, you must never ever defend corruption. You must never defend land grabbing. You must be at the forefront as leaders in this house to defend the sanctity not just of a title deed, but also the sanctity of court orders. The leader of minority cannot say he does not care whether there is a court order or not. What will happen tomorrow, Honorable Speaker, if people invade the Honorable Opio's 2-acre farm in Ugunja, or his 20 acres, and and he gets a court order to evict them, and he can't evict them? Government must be allowed to work and enforce court orders just like any other. Honorable Speaker, amongst the people I have heard in the recent past, you remember last year there was an incident where people invaded Uhuru Kenyatta's land, and I had said, Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me from this lady from Busia, who has a penchant for shouting a lot of things that makes no sense to anybody.
Order.
Protect me from the lady. And you know, I once said something about her hair. Now, don't make me say something about your teeth.
Honorable Catherine Omanyo. Majority Leader. Order. Order, Honorable Catherine Omanyo. You talk to the House through the Speaker. And I've said each one of us will be heard in silence. The Majority Leader, you have 15 seconds to wind up.
Honorable Speaker, I was saying only recently, last year, when Uhuru Kenyatta's land was invaded, and I had issued a caution, Honorable Mwenje reminds me it's this year, and I had issued a cautionary statement to Uhuru Kenyatta and his family. Honorable Speaker, you heard the other day the chairman of Mungiki asking his members who invaded Uhuru's farm and stole his goats or his sheep to return them, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, if we can defend, and I can stand to defend Uhuru Kenyatta's right to own land, we must equally defend East African Portland Cement's rights to own land and hold its land peaceably without anybody defending those who have grabbed the land. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, let me say this. The leadership in Machakos County must come clean. It doesn't matter whether it's from pre-independence or after independence or from...
Honorable Makali Mulu.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, let me also